Since its early days, the medical community has been a contributor to Marshfield's growth as a city. As the medical community grew, it became necessary to serve the financial needs of its members. Welcome to Marshfield Medical Center Credit Union.
I'm a Marshfield native, born and raised here, married a local boy, and began my career in credit unions in 1976 working for a different credit union in town. But in 1985, the Marshfield Medical Center Credit Union posted a job opening, and I thought it was a great opportunity to further my career, but stay in Marshfield where we were, really situated. We weren't looking to go anywhere else. Was able to successfully move them from the hospital into the first building, which was at the corner of St. Joseph's and Blodgett Street in 1985. And we were there for 12 years and went from $2 million to $15 million and needed another place, or outgrew our location and built the first phase of this building in '97. And in 5 years we had doubled our size and did an expansion of adding an addition to this building. And so that was the last that we did anything as far as the building was concerned. So there's a lot that has happened in those 35 years of technology and phone systems and how we do business, and things are different now. And so we determined that it was time to do an upgrade to the building to kind of reimagine it to how we're actually operating and having additional confidential office areas for our members to conduct business.
Okay, how many members do you serve?
We have about 4,000. Okay. And we're just under 70 million now. So we have, and it's all organic growth, driven strictly from Marshfield and the members that we've had for many, many years. Typically we do studies on this stuff, and we actually have a relationship with a member on average is over 8 years. So they do business with us for a long time.
Now, is this exclusively for Marshfield medical employees?
No. We are actually able to serve anybody in healthcare, but with one location in Marshfield, that seems to be that's our primary driver. That's really our, the DNA where we started from, so that has been our focus.
So if you're working as a healthcare provider, yes, in the home.
Right, or assisted living, or dental offices, or pharmaceutical, or medical research, or, there's just a lot of areas in healthcare, and we umbrella all of them.
And what services do you offer?
Pretty much everything, except for we don't have commercial services available. We primarily deal with consumers, or what's typically in the financial services industry called retail. We're dealing with the individual people, not trying to deal with entities.
So if you're a member here, you could purchase a home loan through your...
Oh, sure. We provide home loans, checking accounts, certificates of deposit. We partner with an entity out of Brookfield that does tax preparation and comes on site to help our members with tax preparation and some wealth management issues. We have IRAs and savings accounts and money market accounts and, safe deposit boxes, drive-up service, notary service, signature guarantee, a lot of different things that we do.
So what do you do that no other financial institution does?
That's a good question, and I think we do a lot that everybody else does as well. That's why, it's quite a little industry. But what we pride ourselves on is that we are focusing on we know healthcare, we know the jobs and the occupations, we know how hard those people work with shift work and long days and whatever else, and so we do try to provide to them a convenience in working with us.
This is a renovation, right?
Right.
How long have you been open in this facility?
We just finished. Some of the final touches were done in the beginning of the week with the wrapping up of the landscaping, etc. But we started in February, and we stayed open for business the entire time. So that adds a little bit of complexity to a full renovation where just every surface is getting touched in some manner. Some of it was, more drastic than other areas, but everything was done on the building as far as all the paint, all the surfaces were covered in some manner.
So what are customers saying about this?
Well, the feedback that I've heard has been terrific. Everybody so far has really enjoyed the feel, the experience, the welcoming atmosphere. There's the teller pods create more of an open environment and more inviting rather than this big teller line that's kind of keeping you away from people. So it's a little more interactive, and that's been very favorable. People comment on the colors, just the decor in general being very, very pretty, so, and welcoming.
Okay, can we take a tour?
Sure. We're going to meet the staff, and we'll start with Lucas and Cheryl and Caroline. And maybe somebody wants to jump in and comment on how do you like the new equipment and how we're doing things, and how do the members like it?
The members like it. We're getting used to it, and we really like it. It's easier using the cash dispenser. We have very few that we have to count it. There are a few that most of it does all positive.
Any additions, Lucas? No? How about Cheryl?
The credit union is absolutely gorgeous, and people have commented left and right about how clean and crisp and modern it looks. Very satisfied, and the whole process is just so much more electronically proficient. It's been wonderful.
Okay, you're standing in front of something that I would like to be explained. Can you?
That's called a teller cash recycler.
Now, what is a cash recycler?
Well, it accepts cash and it also dispenses it. So
if you put...
so if a member comes in and says, hands over $500, it counts the money to verify it. So the teller does not have to do that. And then it interfaces with our system and goes right into it's populated into their transaction processing, and just speeds things up a lot. Then if somebody is coming in and wants to withdraw money, then it's just a matter of keying things in, and it spits out the money, and it does not need to be counted. So, and it also facilitates cash management. These units are all alarmed, and so there's cash storage or cash inventory kept in them. It's all very part of the security that we added encompasses those items. So let's see, we can go over this way, Mike. And so what was at one point a big teller line that had 5 stations and encompassed the whole lobby is now down to 3 transaction areas. And then coupon booth for checking their lockbox activity, etc. And then that check desk over there. So
coupon booth?
Yeah, that's what you use to check the contents of your safety deposit box, so you can the members can have privacy and nobody can see what's in their boxes, really.
I was was thinking along the lines of coffee coupons.
Oh, no.
Or SNH green stamps.
That's one of those, the names, that was given to the private viewing areas for the lock boxes. For some reason, they call them coupon booths in the old days.
So what are those on the easel?
That's our milestones, 54 years of important milestones in our history, starting back in 1965 and to today. Okay, so
who is this young lady?
This is Tabitha, our receptionist.
Hi.
Tabitha.
Hi.
Okay, I'm not going to make any jokes because you probably heard them all already.
Are you talking Bewitched? Because that's where I got my name.
Yes.
Okay.
Really? Yeah. Can you do the nose thing?
No, I cannot wake up. Well, actually, she used her fingers, so I could do that, but I can't do what Samantha did, no.
So any comments?
I don't want to be turned into a bear either.
Yeah. Any comments, Tabitha, for Mike on what the members are saying about the renovation? And
the member response has been very, very positive that I've heard. Everybody seems to really like it a lot. I like it because I actually get more traffic than I did where I was before.
It's a good location. Okay, and so down this hallway is all offices, and they're very similar, although this is the lending, really the lending area primarily. And then at the very end of the hallway, we have our quality control and review person who really makes sure that everything has been done correctly, reviews the activity.
So she's
Kitchen.
the head bookkeeper?
Oh no, she's quality control, and we call her our member solutions officer. She works with members on decedent processing and special situations. So that's Connie. Say hi to Mike, Connie.
Oh, are you recording?
Now, you must have a boardroom.
Yes, we have the small conference room with all the glass, but back here we also have our conference room. It's larger, and this is where we do hold our board meetings in here. But they're setting up for the refreshments, so really it's more for webinars and for video conferencing. With board meetings, etc.
Oh, do you have webinars for your members?
Not yet, but you never know.
Investments.
We have workshops. Yeah, and then this is just more office space, new accounts, and that sort of thing. So, as we're back to the.
You mentioned the LED lighting.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all over?
Yes.
This is.
Mm-hmm. It's much brighter, but comfortable light. I think it's a big improvement over fluorescent. Oh, we'd love the opportunity to chat with anybody who works in the healthcare area, to come in and kind of experience the difference of a credit union that really is focused on them and the occupation that they are working in, and how we appreciate what they do, because we like taking care of the people who take care of us. So.
I'm Matt Eckelberg. I'll be working as your Master of Ceremonies today and speaking on behalf of the Mackey Board. Scott Larson, who normally helps take care of this, is off on other business. So we'll start out with our first speaker. Standing in for Mayor Bob is Steve Mark from the city.
Thanks, Matt. I miss these. I don't get to do these much anymore because Bob McManus, our mayor, really does the lion's share of them. So it's a pleasure for me just to be part of celebrating something like this, and pinch hitting for him today as he's not available. What a great story to read about how this came about. I mean, we love it when someone meets a niche in the community. I mean, there's a need out there and somebody grabs onto it and says, we can do something about that. And reading back on the history of the credit union from back in the mid-1960s, just seizing the opportunity. If we have people here who work for the medical center, they're doctors, they're all sorts of things, but the opportunity to minister to them, meet their needs in terms of financial needs, be there for their planning and just some of the things that they need for banking services, and grabbing onto it and meeting them where they are, and just being there with that like I said, that niche that really fits so well. And to see them grow and prosper from 75 members back in the mid-1960s to over 5,000 today. How amazing is that? Having moved from St. Joseph Avenue over here to this location on West Upham and expanded a couple times with this great remodeling here, it's a pleasure on behalf of the City of Marshfield, representing the mayor, the council, and city staff, just to say well done for all you do here. It's great as always to see the ambassadors here, the Redcoats celebrating too, and many others. Just to say great job, and we wish you all the best going forward. So if there's anything at all the city can do to help you in some way as you have different issues or concerns come up in the future, please feel free to call on us. We're here to help you, and we're very proud of everything that the Marshfield Clinic Credit Union has done here, and the Marshfield Center, I'm sorry. And we look for many good things in years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. We'd like to say thank you to you and the city and the Common Council for all the help and support and they do for the city of Marshfield and the area. It's great. Up next, we have Carol Adler, who is the, president of the credit union.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It's only about 18 minutes. I just want to say welcome, everybody, and thank you so much for taking time to come and celebrate with us. This is another milestone. We're really happy to have it and happy that you all couldn't join us. I also want to give sincere appreciation to Mackie for helping us organize this. It makes things a lot easier when people they're so well versed at doing these things. So I have a few comments and then I'll turn it over to the chairman of the board, Brooks Burt. And then be sure to stay around. We've got refreshments following the little brief ceremony here. First, I want to thank all of our members for their support over the 54 years we've been operating. Surprisingly, we do still have members who are alive and still using our services from the original 25. I don't know where the feedback is, but anyway, I'll just forge ahead. We are planning a member appreciation event that will be held in the middle of October, and we'll be releasing more details on that in a few days. Secondly, I want to thank our board of directors, the current and former board members, for their support and dedication to the credit union. Literally, there have been hundreds who have served as directors over our years, all in a volunteer capacity unique to credit unions as a financial cooperative, unpaid and rewarded only by witnessing our success and wanting to help their fellow members. Next, a very special thanks to my staff who do such a great job for all of our members and are celebrating this event too. We went through quite a process with the renovation, but it was all very good and everybody had just a great attitude. An extra special thank you to the Lamakia group. Ralph, thank you. Mary Lou is here, Kevin, who worked with us, and Dave. There were others who were on our team and worked from the scenes in Milwaukee. Dave, Dean, Patrick, Nick, Sarah, just a bunch of them. The creativity they presented to us was just amazing, and this is the result, and it's fabulous, and we thank you very much. I would also like to thank the contractors who worked on the project. Remaining open for business the entire time creates some complexities to a project of this scope. They were working around us, we were working around them. It wasn't easy. But one thing we all witnessed as staff people, we saw every single step, and I know the staff feel the same way I do, in that the people working on this job were hard workers. There was a lot of hard work. Those guys and gals really work hard between the painting, etc. So thank you to Altman Construction Company, Wiegel Plumbing and Heating, Total Electric Service, Carpet City Flooring, Lamakia Technology Group and Lamakia Group, Tri-City Glass and Door, Custom Laminating Specialists, Automatic Entrances, Omni Glass and Paint, Roosh Drywall, EBE Masonry, Shallows Nursery, wonderful landscaping out there, Graphic House, beautiful signs, Convergent Technology, all the latest and the greatest in security, Edge One, which are the cash recyclers and that extra technology, and Oakwood Exteriors, who did the roof. And the very last thing for me, thanks to Brandon Bodendorfer and his team from Tri-Media,
who are helping us with a lot of our marketing endeavors lately and doing a great job. And with that, I'm going to turn over to Brooks. And once we get to the ribbon cutting part, Ralph from the Lamakia Group will be joining me, as well as Brett Thompson, who is a special guest, the CEO of the Wisconsin Credit Union League. So with that, here you go, Brooks.
Okay. I'm going to keep my remarks short and sweet. I knew Carol was going to cover the details of this, so I just wanted to, thank you on behalf of the board to the credit union team for recognizing that there was a need here and envisioning this project, and for enduring through the disruption of the workflow. Second, I'd like to thank all of the contractors and the project management for their quality work, their design, the planning, the coordination, and the flexibility, which allowed for continuing access to our members. The results are fantastic. You know, it's a job well done, and I just want to thank you very much on behalf of the board. So, well, just quick comments from the board, the Mackey board. I want to say congratulations to you. 54 years in business, expansion, remodel. We appreciate your renewal of commitment to the city of Marshfield and its citizens. So, congratulations. If you have any further questions, issues, concerns that we can help you with, please feel free to reach out to Scott or the staff at Mackey or one of the board members. Get a hold of us, and we'll do what we can for you. Perfect. So, folks, we are going to get to the special moment of the day. Carol and gentlemen, if you could come up here, please. Who's going to do the heavy work here?
Oh, that's too heavy for me.
So everybody grab a piece of ribbon here. And then on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.